Hi guys, we'll get started in a little bit. I've just sent out the link now. All right, we'll get started in a bit, guys. I'm just waiting for some more people. I've literally just sent out the link, so we will get started soon. Damn, Elon just knifed. Elon's coming down. What's happening with this one? AVGR. AVGR looks great. I really like this play. Very, very strong setup at the moment. Alright, so AVGR, this one was a great play. I actually took it earlier when I posted it on Twitter for you guys. I got in at 707 and then I think I sold it at like 820. So let me see if I can find the post. So yeah, I posted it here. It was on the 15 minute. Yeah, so it was on the 15 minute. So all we simply had was this on this trade here, all we had was the downtrend. So we had it from here like this, and then we saw what happened is that it did break above this resistance level. So you can see this was previous support, right? So this orange line here was previous support. So we can see obviously it broke below that and then finally broke above. Okay, even though it did break above that, we still waited for it to come down to this level. So we saw that it found the support again, which it was previous support from yesterday. Okay, so we saw it held support here, and then I saw it start to curl up, and as soon as it reclaimed that $7, I actually got in. I got in at a little later than that. I think 708 or something was my entry. So I just trusted it that since it reclaimed that $7 and held the psychological level and reclaimed the 90 MA, it kind of just gave me confidence that it would push up. So that's when the buyer stepped in and then ran all the way up to 866. I didn't sell there. I sold it like 820, but simply just played the support level here. So this, although this was support here, right, you can see this, the fact that it held the support here for what, 30 minutes, so almost an hour here, or over an hour of support level here, we can see that now that once it did hold that level, push up, right? So what do we expect now? So we can clearly see here this, what is this, 785 level is the next area of support. Okay, we've seen it become resistance once, twice, and then it's broken above it. It's become support. It's become support. And now we can start to see if this does hold 785 and push this and break above this trend line now. So all we're just waiting for in this, I'm not going to be jumping into this trade at the moment, but this is probably a very good setup at the moment. I do like this play. MOB, the only entry I'm looking for this, guys, is simply this 167 break. No break above that, I won't be entering it. However, we can see what's happening here. This is clearly an area of support, right? So if you see this here, you'll notice that this has become an area of support now. So this 147, you can put 145 if you want. I kind of like just keep it at this 147 just because we have the most touches at this level. But if you want to keep it to the psychological levels at 145, you can also do that as well. So in my opinion, this should hold this level. If it doesn't hold this level, we're going to come all the way down to about 140 level. But like I said with this, I'm not waiting for a trend line break. If it breaks, great. But I am actually waiting for it to break 167, which is the high of day. So until it breaks that, then I'll look for entries on this. But at the moment, there's not much volume on it right now. Volume's kind of died off. And if we're looking at a larger time frame on the 5 minute here, we can clearly see there's a lot of wicks, which shows a lot of range. I personally don't like trading wick plays like this because it's very difficult to scalp these kind of plays. So I will keep this on watch for sure. It is up 12%. So we will see what happens, how it plays out today. AVGR, I expect continuation for this. Honestly, I expect, what was the high? Yeah, so I expect $12 today on this one. When is it going to get there? I have no idea. Is there going to be a larger pullback? Probably. So that's why we don't jump into a play now and hope that it's going to eventually push up. So for me, I do still think that this will probably push for high of day. Around 46% yesterday, it's up 34% today. So we should start to see this probably push to the upside on this. ELOT, this one didn't really do anything. I only scalped this one earlier today. I got into 176, I sold at 185 and 183, and then I think 177 or something. So that was just a quick scalp trade on this one on ELOT. Expected a bigger move, unfortunately we couldn't get it. However, we will be waiting and watching this one for today. So yeah, we have this support. We can put this level here, this wick. So this 151 we can put support. So we can see right now, right? Obviously this is a 5 minute. We can see it's clearly in a downtrend. If we go to a larger time frame, we can start to see more and more bearish candles here. So 15 minute, we can clearly see all the red candles, a lot of selling, meaning that there are no buyers in control at the moment, right? It's all, the only people that are in control right now are the sellers. So we don't try and enter trade now and hope that it's going to reverse. Yes, it probably will reverse. When is it going to happen? We have to wait for the indicators to give us those levels. So we wanted to get to 166 and then 175, 185, and then, I mean, we have a lot of room all the way to 219. So this does have possible setup to push all the way up to $2. So this will definitely be on watch for me today. I do like this play. SLQT, this is just simply just mark the high of this. There's nothing really going on. So all I do is simply just mark the high of it. 134, break above that level. That's what I want. Break above 134, retest, and then push to the upside. So that's what I'm looking for on SLQT. If we want to draw the support line, we can just draw this here, this 119. We can put it to 120 here because there's more touches. So we can see here's 1 touch, 2, and 3 touches here. So definitely keep an eye on this one for SLQT. AMPX, this one I have as an ascending triangle, so expecting this one to break above. So we have this here. I don't know why sometimes this Weeble does this where I can't actually, it removes like the white line that I put, the trend line, so I have to keep redoing it. So this is what we have right now on this. This is a bullish setup, right? So this means that we expect this to break above this level, this purple line. So currently just waiting. We can see clearly on the 1 hour chart that it is still very bullish because we have no sign of red candles, no sign of reversal or any downtrend or trend reversal yet. So we will wait for this one to hopefully break to the upside on this and then push to 555 on this play. So AMPX, this one did run nearly 30% yesterday as well. So I would definitely keep an eye on this play for sure. ACB. So these wheat plays are definitely moving, guys. So ACB is under $1. However, this is still pretty much an A+ setup for me, meaning that I expect this to push to the upside here, retest, and continue and break $1. Personally, I'm waiting for it to break $1, but at the moment it does look like a good setup right now. So we'll see how this one does. ELOT, yeah, this one's very bearish on the 1 hour, we can see that. MOB, this one's come all the way down. Can move this one off here. CGC, I do like this play as well. However, it is in a downtrend here, we can see that. But I'm waiting for 119 reclaim. hold 119 and then push to this 123 level. We can even move this up here to 124, so this resistance here. And then we have 129 and then all the way to 138. So with weed plays moving at the moment, with ACB, I think it had news or something about weed sector. We should see these push into open as well. So we know CGC is a normal runner that we've had in the last couple of weeks. ACB is starting to come close to that $1 level, and then Tilray as well is in the same sector. So just keep an eye on all of those ones at the moment. You can have a look now and see what other plays are moving. Yeah, let me look at this AVGR real quick. So this would probably be the top play right now, AVGR. If we even have it here, we can see that that is a bullish pennant, meaning that we do expect this to break above the trend line. So this is what I have here. So we can put this level as purple. This is where you want to look for possible entries on that. You guys can put some tickers in the chat, so then I can chart some and give my feedback on them, so you guys can hear my thoughts on what I think of some plays. Let me have a look and see what else is moving at the moment. NAVB, Ilat. CNXA. Let me have a look at CNXA. So CNXA is a sub $1 stock. However, this is look like it is kind of the top mover at the moment in terms of volume. It is under $1, but I'll give you guys some levels on this. So the first thing we need to do is find the area of support, which is this level here, so this orange line. And then the line below that we can put this 1050. So 0.1050. All right, so it's 1050. We can have the yellow line, and then we need this to break here, this level. 1385. That's where you can look for possible entries if you can get above that. You have this level next, so 0.15. That's a big level. That's a big psychological level, this 0.15. And then 0.16 is your next level on that. So I mean, for those who like playing these sub $1 stocks, I would definitely keep this on watch. It is up 60. I think it's one of the top. I think it's top gainer this morning, so it's up 64%. Ideally, you wanted to break that purple line. That's kind of what you're watching for right now. So CNXA. So watch for 0.1385 break above on that. AVTX. Let's have a look at this one. So AVTX, if we have a look at this, it is only 12 cents, but let's have a look at it. It is up 2%. It looks like the volume is coming in on this. So let's just start from a larger time frame, right? Just as quickly how I do my analysis. Simply, all you need to do is look at this, right? What is happening on the trend? The trend is in a downtrend, right? So we don't play downtrends. However, if we start to look at on the 1 hour, we can see what's happening with this is that it is starting to find an area of support. So if it's found an area of support here, all I do is simply look left and see if there is another level of support and why it's pulled back to this level. So we can see here pretty much this point, you can say this 0.11 would be your area of support, right? So here we can have that as your support level. Where would your resistance be? It would kind of be this level here, 0.14. So I would have this as my next level. So this is the level that you want to look for if this breaks above for possible entries. And then we'll have the next level here is 0.1685. 685, so you have that level, and then you have here, so 225, and then, I mean, you have room all the way to 350 after that. So if we're looking at this right now, if I was to give you a trend, what's happening with the trend is kind of just at the support level, right? So trying to enter now is not a good idea because it still has not broken any areas of resistance, right? So it's kind of just consolidating. As you can see, the consolidation zone is simply this level here, right? So this whole level here, if you're looking at it, that's all consolidation, right? Here, back in it again. So you're looking for this 1.14 break above. That's all you're looking for on that. I will post this chart for you to have a look. So this is AVTX. This is your 1 hour chart. So we can say it's a bearish chart. So it's currently consolidating. Wait for break above purple line. AVTX on that. Which other play now? So SMMT, let me have a look at this one. Give me 1 second. So SMMT, if we're having a look at this one, I think I did it the other day on this trade. There's really not any volume on this at all. I do have the levels already here. It did break this trend line, but I had this purple line as the level that you wanted to enter. So for this one here, it's simply just, you want to break $2, hold that level, and then you can push to the upside. So that's what I would look for on SMMT at the moment. It's kind of just trading within this 175, 188 level. So this level here, right? You want it to break above this purple line. So break above $2, then you can look for possible entries. Just at the moment, I wouldn't really look for any entries on it. There's no volume at all on it. What did you think of AGVR? AVGR. I like AVGR right now. It's obviously too high to enter right now, in my opinion. But it's just a psychological thing. I mean, the momentum's there, so I do expect it to continue. The reason why I say I think it's too high now is because I know you can get a better entry, so that's why I would wait. But it is breaking out of this bullish pennant right now. So the next level you have here is $9.50, then you have all the way to $12. So this does have a lot of room. In my opinion, Bamboo, I would just wait. I would just wait for when we give the alert, or just wait after open, like 15 minutes or so. Because yes, it might run crazy and go to $15 or whatever. That's fine. Let it run. We missed the play. It's okay, right? I'd rather not just jump in now and it comes down. So for me personally, I'm just going to wait for it to pull back. If it doesn't pull back, then it's not the end of the world. There's thousands of other setups. It's not. But yeah, this is definitely a play that I do expect continuation and to break $12 on this. But you have $9.50 is your next level. $7.85 is your support at the moment. UFAB. I think I did this chart the other day as well. UFAB. So the volume is coming in on this. It's up 10% right now. This isn't my kind of setup. I don't really like this chart, to be honest. Your big resistance level is 0.3. You can see here it's trying to break above and there again. Yeah, it is up 10% at the moment, but it's not really kind of my setup at the moment. I would say if it breaks this 2.5 level, which it's at now, if it can hold that into open, then that would look like possible entries, but it's not really a setup that I would get. There's much better setups in this one. I wouldn't really get in this one, but if you know there's any news or something going on, then it might be a setup for you. DFLI. So simply looking at a larger time frame, this looks like a nice chart, right? We've had a breakout here. We can see that on this falling wedge. So this level here. So since it broke that level, now we can see that it's obviously broken out of that. Now this was the previous high here, this 190. It's probably what, yeah. So $2. I would wait for $2 on this. Oh wait, what is this? 185. Let me see what this is. Your 180 is your support level on this. So maybe if it holds this 180 level, if it comes back to this level and holds, then that might look like a nice entry. But ideally, it's $2 is your big level that you wanted to break at the moment. So I'll post this chart here for you now. I'll post this on Twitter. Give me 1 second. So you break 2, then you got this level here. What is this? 280, 219. So yeah, I mean, obviously this chart is bullish now because there's a big trend reversal. We can see that because of this breakout. right? This is big wick here, but kind of just need this to hold 180 into open at the moment. But the volume is coming in on this one for sure. So DFLI, I'll just post this one real quick for you. So this is pre-market. So this is DFLI. This is the 4-hour chart. So first thing we notice, there's a breakout, right? So now we can look for pullback to 180 level, or wait for break above $2. So that's all we have on that. And then no problem. Let me have a look at ELUT. So ELUT, this one's still. So look here, right? You still shouldn't be trying to enter this trade. You have to wait for this one. You have to wait. You have to wait for this at least 175 break to look for any possible entries on. Otherwise, if you're trying to get in now, it's a complete gamble because the stock is just on its way down right at the moment. TIRX, volume isn't quite there yet. Nothing really going on with this, to be honest with you. I know this did run like, I don't know, around a while ago or something, and this name does ring a bell, but 170 break is what you need on this at the moment. It's just kind of consolidating. So at the moment, there's no real entries. I wouldn't enter this play at all unless it breaks 180. That's the only level that I would look for entries on it. So if we're looking here, we can just put this 126, and then you have 170 break, and then you have 185 next as your level. So those are your levels that I have for now. The volume isn't quite there on it, so it's just difficult to say what's going to happen within the zone. I would personally just wait above 170, candle close above there at least on the 5-minute, and then hopefully it continues to push to the upside at the moment. So TIRX, this is pre-market. So this is TIRX 1-hour chart. So we can see what's happening. It's currently just trading in a range. That means that it's consolidating. So I would wait for break above 170 level. So there's your TIRX chart. If you guys have any more charts, feel free to, or any more tickers, feel free to post them and I'll go over them for you guys. Also, if you could do me a favor, if you haven't subscribed yet, I'd really appreciate if you could, and then also like up the stream as well. It really helps the channel grow. So I would appreciate if you guys could do that. MOB. So MOB is coming down all the way. Let's just remove these levels now. Still downtrend. We'll just keep that at that for now. ACB, what's happening? No break above. AMPX, it's coming down. NKLA. I still like NKLA a lot, guys. Oh, Dave just asked as well. So yeah, this is kind of what I have for this NKLA at the moment. I mean, it's just holding this 155 level. So the support level here, you can see. One second, sorry. I like this stock a lot. It's treated me well whenever I trade it, so it looks good. Doesn't mean to get the stock now, that's not what I'm saying. I just do like this play for probably towards open. I mean till after open. I always wait at least 15-20 minutes to give any alerts in the Discord. That's how I trade. For me, the reason is because if you're trying to buy stock at open, you're probably going to lose 99% of the time unless you have some magical indicator that can help you. I mean, or you're just very good at scalping, but in terms of someone who's trying to learn and understand the market, the worst thing you can do is jump into a play at open. Probably 90% of the people in the Discord all wait for at least my alerts, or just in general wait at least 15 minutes, which is a lot of discipline that we kind of teach the members, because most people start the day red because they're either buying pre-market or they're jumping in at open. A lot of success has come from them just waiting at least 15-20 minutes and then let the market either pull back or decide what it's going to do, and then look for entries, and you'll lose less then as well. Yeah, I do like this NKLA. I mean, it's kind of just holding the support level at the moment. So 165, 175 is what you want on this. ABS. So looking on the 30-minute, right, you can see this, no volume at all, right? Looking on a larger time frame here, so we can say the 1 hour, not a great chart at all. 4 hour chart, not great at all either, right? So where do we expect this to pull back? Here's your support level here, so 138. It's pretty much on this level right now. So we can see what happens if maybe there might be a possible double bottom, meaning that you expect this to reverse, right? So bullish reversal, expecting it to push to the upside. At the moment, the reason why I don't think that might not happen is simply because there's no volume on the stock and it doesn't really usually doesn't respect technicals as much when there's a lack of volume. So I would personally just avoid this play. $2 is kind of where you would want to try and look for an entry. The reason I say that is because there's a big area of resistance here. And then you need it to at least start to push. If you're trying to enter the trade now, you're playing a downtrend. You want to play the complete opposite, and you want to play when the stock's in an uptrend. So at least when it gets to this 150 break, then maybe you can look for entries. But at the moment, there's nothing really looking great on this, but I can share the chart for you anyways on Twitter, so you can have a look. So we can put this purple, we can just put this yellow. So these are the levels that I would have on this at the moment. INBS. So this is pre-market, INBS. So we can say there's a possible double bottom, right? So bullish reversal. However, there is a lack of low volume on this play, so we'll see. Sizzle. Raj, I'll get to you in a minute. Give me 1 second and then I'll explain. So we can see here with this play. Was this an IPO or something? This is just very difficult to understand what's going on with this play, just because of lack of price action. I mean, 36.54. I would just wait for the break of high on that. At the moment, if you're trying to trade this, there's not enough price action for me to be confident for the play. But I mean, if I was just going to do the certain levels right now, all it is this $27. So yeah. 36.54 is kind of that big level you want. If you can break that level, right, that's where it can start to push to the upside a lot. So at the moment, there's nothing really going on. It's too difficult to know what's going to happen with this, in my opinion. How do you choose 1 hour, 4 hour for a given tick? On some you have 1 hour, see break on 4 hours, and what are the lines the charts represent? Raj, do you follow me on Twitter? If you follow me on Twitter, literally the pinned tweet on my post is you can understand what each line represents in color. That will help you a lot. Larger time frame, guys, people get so confused. It's not difficult at all. What are the differences between each time frame? The smaller the time frame, the less, right, the less confluence there is, right? People who day trade and scalp trade, they'll use the 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute, okay? The reason why they use that is because they're only looking for quick gains. They're not holding overnight. They're not swing traders, right? If you're a swing trader, you would probably start with the 4 hour, 1 hour, and then 30 minutes. Okay, so that's what you would look for if you're looking at for a swing trader. Why am I using larger time frames? Because if I'd have it on the 5 minute, sometimes I can't really understand what's going on with the chart. So for instance, that one that I got. What is this? So this INBS, for example, right? Something that doesn't have much volume. Like, look, if I'm looking on the 5 minute, I have no idea what's going on, right? All I need to do is simply just go to a larger time frame. So I'll go to a much larger time frame, the 4 hour, and then be like, okay, what is happening? So I can see, zoom out, look, right? It's clearly bearish. How do I know that? Because look, from here to here, it's in a downtrend, right? And then we can also see, looking at here, we can see that, yes, it is still in a downtrend as well, right? So all I'm doing is using a larger time frame just helps you identify the overall trend. The larger the time frame, it just helps you understand what is actually going on with the stock. Because if you're using the 10 minute, you might not see that, okay, yes, maybe this is like a 4 hour resistance, right? If this level here, you go to the 4 hour and be like, oh wait, that's why it's rejected, because this was a 4 hour resistance or something, right? So 1 hour, 4 hour, the larger the time frame, the more confluence. So if you have a certain chart pattern, say a falling wedge, right? So something like this that I always use. So something like this. If this is on the 1 minute, okay, there's not that high of a chance that it will break out and run as far as if it was on the 4 hour, where if I had this on the 4 hour chart, you would expect this to run and break a lot more, right? Because of the pressure between the buys and sellers. So just using larger time frames helps with confluence, that's all. So you'll see day traders, myself, I use probably the 1, 5, 15. It really depends whatever time frame I use. I don't go higher than a 30 minute to look for any on my plays, but overall I wouldn't go higher than a 4 hour if you are kind of, I guess, swing trading, if anything. Axler, stock split. So Axler doesn't look great at the moment. Nothing yet on this. I mean, it is trying to form a falling wedge, if you see that. But yeah, at the moment it's nothing too great. You have your support here at 1350 though. 1350 is your support. No problem, Raj. FNGR. Guys, if you want to post a couple more tickers, I'll be on here for like 5 more minutes, then I'm going to head into Discord next. Let's see. So FNGR. Damn, what happened here? This was a very, very nice trade. This was like a steady, strong trade. So I don't know. So at the moment we can see, look on the 4 hour. Your next area of support is this. You can say $5. So $5, and then you have this level here. Breaks below 5. If this breaks below $5, then it should come all the way down to $4, right? So I'm not actually sure why it came down like this. This was a pretty strong trend. If anyone knows why, then feel free to let me know. AVGR, let me have a look. 1 second, guys. Yeah, AVGR looks great. I really like this. This is probably my, like I said earlier, this is probably my favorite setup. I'm expecting at least break above 12 today. So expecting continuation to the upside. On this, TTO, yeah, I know a lot of people ask me about this one. TTO, I just posted this also on Twitter. I'm only looking for this level, right? This purple line. Why am I only looking for purple line? Because I've seen that it's rejected here once, it's rejected twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times. When I get a green candle close above here on at least a 5-minute chart, then I will look for possible entries if it closes above this 0.425. Otherwise, I'm not going to be entering this trade. I'm not going to be entering this trade at all in this level right now. So it needs to get above this 0.4250 on TTOO. And then you have this high here, then you have 0.52 next. ELA, this one's trying to find support, looks like. We'll see what happens with that. NKLA is pushing up as we speak right now. Let me see. Yeah, so NKLA looks great. So look here, we just need 1.75 on this. So NKLA, I would just say wait for 1.75. So NKLA, this one's just a simple one, wait for, I mean, I'll probably get it a little early, probably earlier today, unless it runs it open. But 1.75 is what you want to break above, and then retest that, and then push to the upside on that. All right, I'll give a couple more tickets if anyone has any, and then also, if you can also follow us on, or subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then also like up the stream if you guys haven't. I would really appreciate if you guys could do so. We are going to start posting some educational stuff, trade reviews and that as well. So it'll be a good resource for you guys to learn, as well as my Twitter that I have post charts. I know a lot of you guys responded to my tweet that I posted. If you guys liked my charts that I'm posting, I got a lot of feedback. Also, a lot of people messaged me in regards to the Discord and what it's about, because obviously I'm posting all my charts here, and what's different to the Discord is simply that all I do on Twitter is just post charts that I like, the setups that I like, that's all. In the Discord, all I do is I give entries, right? I give alerts with live entries with stop loss targets and profit targets. So that's how we trade. And then we also do live seminars and teach you guys pretty much how we trade and the reasons why we take it, so you guys can understand and learn how we take our trades, rather than just jumping into any trades. Because I know I've been in a lot of Discords where people just give out 50, 60 alerts, and if one runs, they're all happy. For myself and Hassie, we give around 10 total, so 5 each for the day. Probably I would say I have a 75% win rate. He has about an 85%. So it's a very profitable way, and we also have a great community. So if you want to join, feel free to join. Any questions about it, also just ask away. I don't mind explaining anything. eBet, yeah, you needed to hold this level 0.0575 on eBet. You can see this purple line here. So look, it's resistance. You needed to break above this level here. That's all on that. Yeah, we'll post the link. Here's the link if you guys want to join. There's the link if you guys would like to join. I think we have some slots left. We just opened up a 3-month tier as well. So if you want to join, feel free. Let me have a look here. ADTX. So look at ADTX, right? This is clearly on the 4-hour. What's happening, if you can see this, pretty much what's happening is that it's in a downtrend, right? So you don't want to be entering this unless it breaks above this trend, that's all. So if you can see here, clearly what's happening with this is that we can see the first thing is that I notice is that 1680, this level around here, has become an area of support. That's a great sign, because we can start to hopefully see a reversal, right? So we can watch this level here, and then maybe, just maybe, there might be a falling wedge on this. So like I said with this, I'll give you the levels now on this, because I'm going to actually maybe watch this trade as well. But if we mark in this level here, you need, so $22. So $22 is your kind of level that you wanted to get above. So just because it breaks above this trend line doesn't mean that's going to reverse. You want it to break above resistance. So you can see here's resistance here, right? So I would wait for $22 next as your area of resistance on that. And then we have $31. And then I guess just here. So I don't really know what happened to the stock at all. I don't really keep track of too many stocks. Mostly only just a penny or the small cap stocks. But this one is clearly in a downtrend. It is maybe forming a falling wedge, but it's nothing to really watch at the moment unless it gets that $22, sorry. So this is ADTX 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart. So we can say this is a bullish setup. So wait for break above $22. And your key support level is right there at the 1680 level, right? On ADTX. Let me have a look at some others. ADTX, NUZE. This one is, so we're looking on the day. Let's look at it. So yeah, so look, even on the 4-hour, we can see there's a lack of volume on this one. I have to go all the way to the daily to even have a look at what's going on with this. To be honest, it's not a great setup at all. I would avoid this trade in my opinion, unless you know that there's some news or something going on. But at the moment, there isn't really any need to get in this trade, in my opinion. So even if I was to try and start a swing trade, I wouldn't get in this because it's lack of volume. In a downtrend, you needed to get at least 1050 in my opinion for this one to start moving to the upside at least. So blue, I'll have a look at that one, and then I've got to head into the Discord. So look at blue, right? So we're looking at the 1-hour, we can go to the 4-hour. Look what's happening on the overall. Okay, so simply just look at this. It's pulling back to this level support here, so it's 350. So since I have that level, all I'm going to do now is just zoom into this focus here, right? So I can see what's happened from here. Sorry, 315. So I can see that this is an area of focus right now. So we can see clearly it's in a downtrend, right? So you want it to break above these levels. So you have this level here. I would do 340. 340 would be your level that you need to break. So clearly seeing that it's pulled back to this level numerous amount of times, right? Every time it's pulled back there, it's bounced up. Now, what do we expect? We expect it to bounce up, but I would wait for confirmation to at least 335 level to look for anything on this, on blue. All right, guys, I'm going to head into the Discord. I have sent the link in there. If you guys would like to join, feel free to join the Discord if you want to. We have just opened up 3-month tier as well, so we have more spots on that available, but we do have a few spots also for the monthly tier. If you guys have any questions regarding any charts or anything throughout the day, you guys can message me on Twitter. I'll get back to you guys as usual. But thanks again, guys. I really appreciate a lot of support on the Twitter page with the charts and everything. I hope you guys are learning a lot. I really want to teach you guys basically how simple it is to kind of learn the basics of trading and kind of technical analysis aspect, because I see a lot of charts out there with so many indicators and all that, and it confuses a lot of people. And when I was in your guys' position, it was very difficult to understand. But if you guys can just try and follow my charts and understand, if you have any questions as well, feel free to ask. I don't mind explaining anything, because I would like you guys to learn and become successful as well. So if you guys can do me one more favor, if you can just like the stream up, and then also subscribe if you guys haven't. But regardless of that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Just a heads up, I wouldn't hold any plays into close today, because we have possible rate hikes with Powell speaking. So just be cautious of that. But yeah, have a great day, guys. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me on Twitter. Enjoy your day.